The Tunguska event, which occurred on June 30, 1908, was one of the most significant and mysterious explosions in recorded history. It took place in a remote area near the Tunguska River in Siberia, Russia, and is widely believed to have been caused by the airburst of a comet or asteroid, although the precise nature of the event is still debated. Despite its immense power, the explosion resulted in no confirmed human fatalities, but its effects were felt across a vast area, causing significant environmental damage. The event's cause, its aftermath, and the ongoing scientific research surrounding it continue to captivate researchers and the public alike. The explosion. At around 7:14 a.m. local time, an enormous explosion occurred in the skies above the Tunguska region. Witnesses in the area reported seeing a bright, glowing object in the sky before hearing a tremendous explosion. The blast was so powerful that it caused trees to fall over an area of 2,150 square kilometers, 830 square miles, in the remote Siberian wilderness, effectively leveling an enormous stretch of forest. The explosion was so violent that it was felt hundreds of miles away, and seismic instruments across the globe recorded the shock waves. The event produced a shock wave equivalent to a magnitude 5.0 earthquake, and the explosion released an estimated energy of 10 to 15 megatons of TNT, roughly 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima in 1945. Despite the immense power of the explosion, there was no direct impact crater. This has led to the prevailing theory that the explosion was caused by the detonation of a large object, most likely a comet or asteroid, as it entered the Earth's atmosphere and disintegrated before reaching the ground. Environmental impact. The environmental damage caused by the Tunguska event was profound. The force of the explosion flattened an estimated 80 million trees, which created a vast ghost forest in the Siberian taiga. The trees were not just knocked over, they were blasted into the air by the shock wave, with some of them being found hundreds of meters away from their original positions. The destruction of the forest left a lasting mark on the landscape, and the ecological impact was felt for years to come. The explosion also created a phenomenon known as skyglow or noctilucent clouds, which were visible as far as 1,000 kilometers, 620 miles, away. These glowing clouds were caused by the fine particles of soot and ash that were blasted into the upper atmosphere, where they scattered sunlight. The skyglow phenomenon persisted for several days and was visible during both the day and night. In the years following the event, reports of strange phenomena began to surface. Scientists observed an increase in atmospheric pressure, as well as the appearance of unusual auroras and abnormal weather patterns. In some regions of the world, such as Europe and North America, people reported seeing bright skies at night, which were thought to be caused by the atmospheric disturbances created by the explosion. Exploration and investigation. At the time of the Tunguska event, the area where the explosion occurred was sparsely populated. There were no direct fatalities, though some reports suggested that a few people may have been injured, and it is believed that there were a number of unrecorded deaths from the shockwave and subsequent effects. However, the true scale of the damage was not fully realized until years later when expeditions were conducted to investigate the site. The first scientific expedition to reach the Tunguska site took place in 1927, nearly 2 decades after the explosion. A Soviet scientific team led by the botanist Leonid Kulik was dispatched to investigate the damage. Kulik's team found the area devastated, with trees in a radial pattern around the epicenter of the explosion. While the physical evidence was unmistakable, they found no crater, leading them to propose the idea that a massive object had exploded above the Earth's surface. Kulik's team hypothesized that the cause of the explosion was a comet or asteroid. They were unable to find any remnants of the object, such as metallic fragments, which would have been expected if a solid asteroid had struck the Earth. Instead, they found traces of an unknown phenomenon. The trees had been uprooted and scorched, suggesting a powerful force that acted at high altitudes rather than a ground-level impact. For many years after Kulik's investigation, the event remained shrouded in mystery, with various theories proposed about its cause. Some suggested that it was the result of a volcanic eruption or a natural gas explosion. However, the absence of any crater or signs of volcanic activity led most scientists to dismiss these theories in favor of the asteroid or comet hypothesis. Theories and explanations. The most widely accepted explanation for the Tunguska event today is that a comet or asteroid, measuring between 50 and 60 meters in diameter, entered the Earth's atmosphere at an incredibly high velocity, roughly 27 kilometers per second or 61,000 miles per hour. As the object descended through the atmosphere, it began to break apart and disintegrate at an altitude of 5 to 10 kilometers above the Earth's surface, releasing an enormous amount of energy in the process. This is what caused the airburst and the resulting shock wave that flattened the forest. The idea of a comet or asteroid causing the explosion has been supported by the lack of physical evidence of a crater and by studies of other impact events. Some researchers argue that a comet made largely of ice could have easily vaporized before reaching the Earth's surface, leaving behind no trace. Others suggest that the event could have been caused by a small black hole or a fragment of a comet, though this idea has been largely discounted by most scientists. Another important aspect of the Tunguska event is its potential connection to other catastrophic events in Earth's history. The event is often cited as a reminder of the ongoing threat posed by near-Earth objects, NEOs, such as asteroids and comets. The Tunguska explosion caused scientists to realize that an impact from a large NEO could have devastating global consequences. This realization has spurred efforts to monitor and track potentially hazardous asteroids and comets in our solar system. Ongoing research and legacy. Since the Tunguska event, scientists have continued to investigate the event and its implications for planetary defense. The discovery of other, smaller impact events and the ongoing study of NEOs has made the Tunguska event a focal point for research in planetary science. In recent years, space agencies such as NASA and the European Space Agency, ESA, have invested in programs to track near-Earth objects and develop strategies for deflecting potentially hazardous asteroids. The Tunguska event also raised important questions about the long-term effects of such impacts on the environment and human civilization. While the 1908 explosion was a relatively small event on a global scale, it demonstrated how even a relatively small object could cause widespread damage and environmental disruption. In addition to its scientific significance, the Tunguska event has inspired numerous books, documentaries, and fictional works. The mystery of the explosion, the absence of a clear cause, and its far-reaching effects have made it a subject of fascination for researchers, conspiracy theorists, and the public alike. Conclusion. The Tunguska event of 1908 remains one of the most important and mysterious incidents in Earth's history. Although the explosion's cause is widely believed to be the disintegration of a comet or asteroid in the Earth's atmosphere, the lack of a crater and the vastness of the area affected continue to fascinate scientists. The event serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers posed by objects from space and has sparked ongoing efforts to understand and protect our planet from future impact events. The Tunguska event stands as a testament to the power of nature and the unpredictability of our universe.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.